Hey friends, this is Vince from TheProDrummer.com, and welcome to my Drumset Fundamentals course. This video is going to be a little bit different than the previous ones. In this video, it's going to be a review of the past videos that have been in this course. So, there's been 10 core lessons, 1 through 10, in the Drumset Fundamentals course. There's also been some quick hits and some deep dives. Take a look at those. But this video is going to go by quick. Even though it's got a lot of information in it, it's going by quick. If you have any questions about anything that I'm doing in this video today, you can go back and find one of the corresponding videos to whatever that topic is. So if you're confused about rudiments, go back and check out the Introduction to Rudiments videos. If you're confused about counting, there's a whole lesson. There's a few lessons on counting and subdividing and all that. How to hold the sticks, all of that. All of that is dealt with in a more thorough manner in the Drumset Fundamentals main core lessons, but this is just kind of a review. I figured that this would be a nice way to just put a button on everything that we've learned so far. This will also give you a good sense of what you need to work on, what needs more time, what you're solid with, and you can move on. So check it out. Again, the video's a little bit long, but it's going to go by really quick because we're dealing with a lot of different concepts. In the meantime, please be sure to subscribe to this channel so you get updated whenever I release new videos. If you find some value in this, if you found the information useful, please like. I would really appreciate that. Also, any questions, you can reach out to me, Vince at TheProDrummer.com. You can find me on Instagram at TheProDrummer, or go to my website, www.TheProDrummer.com. And again, if you'd like some more personalized one-on-one instruction, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to teach you over Zoom, or if you're in the New York area, you could come to this wonderful studio. All right, without further ado, let's get into this review of my Drumset Fundamentals course. Let's get started. Again, just to remind you, if you went through my course, the first 10 videos, at least the first 10 core lessons, again, there's supplemental lessons and quick hits and things like that. But if you went through it for the most part, the order that I taught you everything was very specific and for a reason. I didn't just randomly teach you things in a random order. The order was really set out to get you started as quickly as possible, also while learning as much as you could about drums, drumming, and what this whole thing is. In this review, again, it's not going to be in the exact same order, but everything that I cover in this review will be in one of the previous videos. So if you need a deep dive into it or further explanation, just go back to it, watch whatever associated video. You could always reach out to me and I'll help you along as well. But in this video, the order is going to be a little different. Not exactly taught in the same exact way, but again, a nice supplement and a nice bookend, a nice wrap up to the first 10 lessons that you guys have gone through. Okay, so first, one of the things I taught you is how to hold the sticks. Again, this is going to be pretty quick. I'm just going to jump through all this as a refresher, as a reminder. Any questions, let me know. So again, we want to stay as relaxed as possible. We don't want any pain, okay? Some tiredness, fatigue, a little bit of tension sometimes, that's all okay. In fact, you'll definitely feel tension, you'll feel fatigue on your way to developing strong hands and developing a good facility on the drum set, on the instrument, with the sticks. But if you're ever getting sharp pains, anything like that anywhere, if you're getting weird pains in your back or your neck or your forearms and your fingers or something, that's a little bit of an indication to hold up, evaluate what you're doing, and if you are getting those pains, I really, really, really suggest you do two things. One, definitely speak with a doctor if these are some pains that you're getting and you don't know where they're coming from and they're starting to bother you. Speak to a doctor, speak to a healthcare professional. Second, if you have one-on-one private lessons with somebody, not just me, but with anybody, if they understand physiology, they understand the instrument, they're going to be your greatest resource in learning what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, okay? So again, there's really no substitute for one-on-one teaching. Again, if you want to learn from me, feel free to reach out. But just be aware of everything. Just be kind of cognizant of, okay, I'm getting this fatigue here. Well, that's okay. It's because I'm using this muscle. I'm getting this pain here, this sharp pain. That's not okay, okay? So just use some common sense. Be smart about it. Okay, holding the sticks. Again, we want to be nice and relaxed. The stick, where we hold it, that's going to be the fulcrum. That's where the movement part of the stick is. Our thumb is going to be on the stick. Across from the pad of our thumb is going to be our index finger in that first or second fold. We're going to hold that gently and wrap our other fingers around. Again, we don't want the stick all the way out here. We don't want the stick all the way in here. We don't want a death grip. We don't want our thumb like that. We want our thumb there, index finger across, other fingers wrapping around on the stick, and the butt end of the stick, this part of the stick, is falling on this fleshy shock absorber part. Same with both hands. Again, this is matched grip. Why is it called matched? Because our right hand and our left hand are matched together. They're a mirror image. This is matched grip. Okay, so the very first exercise I taught you was just 4 hits with one hand, 4 hits with another. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice it's a little faster than I first taught you, but that's okay. At this point, you should be about here. Remember, we're using rebound. We're throwing the stick down and letting it bounce up freely. We're not throwing it down and pulling it up. We're not pushing it into the head. We're letting it bounce like a basketball. If you look over at this camera, this is the motion we want. Just imagine you're dribbling a basketball or a tennis ball on the table. Okay? And once in a while, that'll happen. If you don't drop a stick, you're not trying, but that was a cool catch, wasn't it? All right, let's do the same thing. If you think back, remember some rudiments? There was a lesson on rudiments. Right now, we're going to be talking about the single stroke, double stroke, and paradiddle. What we were doing were 4 hits in one hand. Let's do the same thing, but as a single stroke roll. Okay, so it's going to be 1 hit in each hand. Right, left, right, left, right, left, ready, go. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Let's go twice as fast. Right, left, 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 right, left. Slow it down again, half as fast. Let's play doubles. Double stroke is 2 hits in each hand. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Twice as fast now. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Double stroke. I'm tapping my foot. I'm keeping time. We're not speeding up or slowing down. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Back to the original speed. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Paradiddle now. Here we go. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. No accents. Just a paradiddle sticking. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. Twice as fast now. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. Here we go. Again, this is a paradiddle sticking. If I wanted to make it a true paradiddle, I would accent that first note. Hear the difference? No accent. Accent. Okay? Let's go back to no accent. Rebounding. Nice bounce. Relaxed. Half as fast. So that was a review of 2 things. How to hold the stick and play the drum, or we're on a practice pad right now, but you get the idea. And the second thing was the 3 rudiments that you learned. Single stroke, double stroke, and paradiddle, single paradiddle. Now, let's take those 3 rudiments and let's bring up a metronome. I'm going to pull up a metronome and we'll review the different note types that you learned with those rudiments. Let's do it. Now we've got our metronome pulled up right here. Just a reminder, you guys should be using a metronome by now. What is a metronome? Again, a metronome is just a device that keeps time. It's going to click, 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 click. The way we measure it is in BPM, beats per minute. If you recall, beats per minute is just how many times a metronome clicks per minute at a given tempo. Obviously, the higher the number, if you're clicking 100 beats, that's going to be faster. There's going to be more beats than if you're at 20 beats per minute. 20 beats per minute, it's going to be a lot slower. There's only going to be 20 clicks. 500 beats a minute is going to have 500 clicks. Higher the number, the higher the tempo. For this exercise, we're just at 100 beats a minute. In 4/4, it's going to click 1, 2, 3, 4. Click, 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 click. I'd like you to play along with me. This is what we're going to be doing. First, just single strokes. We're going to be playing quarter notes. starting with our lead hand. For me, that's my right hand, for 4 bars. Again, quarter notes are counted 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, after 4 bars of that, we're going to move on to eighth notes. Again, eighth notes, 2 hits per beat, evenly spaced, evenly divided, and we're going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to do that for 4 bars. After that 4 bars, we're going to play 16th notes. Remember, 16th notes, we're dividing each beat evenly with 4 parts, 1 E and an 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. We're going to do that a few times, 4 bars. So 4 bars of quarters, 4 bars of eighths, 4 bars of sixteenths. Remember, we're always starting with our right hand and alternating since they're single stroke rolls. Right, left, right, left. You can start with your left hand too. And if you're left-handed, definitely start with that. But here we go. Let's try it. So let me press play on this guy. 1, 2, 1, 2, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 16th note. Stay relaxed. 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, back 2 quarters. You get the pattern? 4 bars each. Do it with me. Eighth notes. 16th. Nice and even. Lock in with that click. Quarter. Eighth. Sixteenth. Here we go. Now back to quarters, 2 bars each. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, eighth note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 16th. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a quarter. Get it? Eighth. 16th. Quarter. One more time. Now we're going to change quick. When we go back to quarters, 1 bar each. It'll sound like this. 1. 1 and. 1 E and a. Get it? Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Last time. Get it? All right, let's do the same exact thing now. But we're going to do it as double strokes. We're not going to go for quite as long, maybe a couple times each. 4 bars of right, right, left, left as quarters. 4 bars as eighth notes. 4 bars as 16th notes. Play along with me. Here we go. Same speed. 3, 4. Right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. 1, 2, eighth notes. 16th note. Quarter. eighth, 16th. Now when we go back, 2 bars each. Sounds like this. Quarter, eighth, 16th, quarter, eighth, 16th. 1 bar each. Again, quarter, eighth, stay relaxed, 16th, quarter, eighth, 16th. Let me stop that guy. Got it? Last thing, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it as paradiddles. We're not going to do 1 bar each of the paradiddles because it'll cause you to switch lead hands. We're just going to do 2 bars each. Let's start same tempo. And for this, you can add an accent. That'll make it a little easier. So quarters, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. 16th. That accent is lining right up with that click. Quarters. Eighth. 16th. 2 bars. Eighth notes. Play along. 16th. Quarter. Eighth. Look how relaxed I am. 16th. Last time. All right, there you go, guys. So again, we worked with rhythms, quarters, eighth, 16th. We worked with different rudiments, single stroke roll, double stroke roll, paradiddle, which consists of different stickings, whether you're using your right hand or your left hand, what order you're playing in. We did a little bit with dynamics there. On the paradiddle, we had an accented note, a loud note, and unaccented notes, quieter notes. Remember, we also talked about dynamics, how loud we're playing, accents versus non-accented notes. Okay? Now, let's do one final thing in a second. We're going to go with the metronome again, and we're going to play the 3 other rhythms that we learned. So, was it 3 or... So, yeah, 2 other rhythms that we learned. 1 E and, not playing the 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and 1 and a. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1. And I think we did 1 E, 2 E, 1. We did that too. So let's play those with a metronome now. I'd just like to take a quick minute to thank you for watching this videos and some of the other videos that I've put out. If you find this content useful, helpful, or informational, please subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend. That helps me more than you could know. Seeing as how this is basically a brand new channel, I'm just starting to put up educational content. The more you like, the more you subscribe, and the more you comment down below, the more that will help me. Thank you so much. And as always, if you need any one-on-one instruction, feel free to reach out. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so the rhythms, we're going to play them 4 bars each. First, we're going to play just solid 16th notes. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Then 2 16ths and an eighth. 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. Then we're going to play an eighth and 2 16ths. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1. And then finally 16th, 8th, 16th. 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, a 1. 4 bars each. Let's go. Play it with me. You can do it. You can keep up. Let's do it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 16th notes. 1 E and a. Here we go. 1 E and. 4 E and, 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, switch. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a switch and a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E. 16th. Switch! Probably don't need to yell so loud, sorry. Switch. Was that better? Switch. Two bars each. Here we go. Switch. Switch. One bar each. Good job, guys. All right. Again, I'm running through this stuff fast, so you can go back to those original videos and take your time with it. Please play along with me, but I'm playing pretty quickly. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and. If you have to start at this speed, 1 E and 2 E and. That's fine. I'm doing all of this in the assumption that you've gone through the previous videos already. All right, so you've got those rhythms now. Let's take all of this, let's move it to the drum set. We'll start with some fills, and then we'll go into some of the grooves we've done, and we'll do a nice little wrap up at the end. All right, to the drums. We are here, we are doing it. Let's just take everything we just did, all those reviews, and let's move it to the drums. Okay, let's start with those same rhythms. Single strokes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and 2 E and 1 and a 2 and a 1 E, a 2 E, Those rhythms, let's play it, but we're gonna keep our bass drum playing quarter notes. So again, if you look at my right foot down here, down there, you will see that my heel is up. It's not on the drum, and my foot is not all the way up here like this. My heel is up about an inch, inch and a half off the heel plate, and my foot is back, so the ball of my foot right here is touching about the halfway point of the pedal. Some players go a little further up, some a little further back, but we're right there. Just make sure your heel is up. Same thing for your hi-hat. All right. So I'm going to play the same rhythms, but I'm going to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bass drum. I want you to play it with me. I want you to try not to speed up or slow down. And also, whenever you're hitting the snare drum and the bass drum at the same time, again, we don't want this. We don't want this. We want one sound. Whether we're playing our left hand or our right hand with the bass drum, we want one sound. We don't want messy like that. We want nice, clear, and articulate. All right, here we go. So we'll start with 16th notes. We'll go a little slower than we were before, maybe about 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. My right hand is lining up right with that bass drum. Next rhythm. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. I'm watching, making sure both of my hands are nice and even. Next rhythm. And a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Next rhythm. 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, a 3 E, a 4 E. Again, the whole sequence. Play again with me. Switch. 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 Okay. Hopefully you could keep up with me. If you need to, slow it down, play it yourself, but you should be doing this over and over again. Don't just do it once or twice and then move on. Make sure it's really clear, really articulate, and you're really presenting those rhythms in a nice, even, calculated way. Next thing, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move around the drums. If you have any questions about this, check out the video entitled The Rhythm Ritual Warm-Up. These are a lot of the same topics, a lot of the same fundamental ideas that I'm using today are used in that video, and that'll give you a little bit more of a breakdown. Okay, same thing, but now we're going to play just one beat on each drum. We're going to play anything that occurs on beat 1 on the snare drum, anything that occurs on beat 2 on the high tom, anything that occurs on beat 3 on the middle tom, and anything that occurs on beat 4 on the floor tom. We're going to play it 4 bars each, as we just did, but we're going to move it around the drum set like that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Switch. Hopefully you understood that. We've got to move quite quick from the floor tom to the snare drum. Now, if it's solid 16th notes, we're moving both hands. Look at my overhead camera. Quick move. 4, E, and 1. Quick move. If I have time, like in the last rhythm, 4, E, I might cross over before I'm even done playing. 4, E, 1. 4, E, 1. 4, E, 1. Okay, whatever's more comfortable for you. Play that, get comfortable with it. And again, once you're comfortable with your right foot, the same thing with the hi-hat, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on, making sure we're getting one clear sound. These are great warm-ups, great warm-ups. They will be great for your facility on the drums, but also for when we're playing drum fills with grooves and when we're soloing, okay? We're going to go over that in the next few lessons, kind of introduction to soloing and improvising on the drums, but these are some fundamental concepts that are really important. Now, one thing I'd like to say, the drum set you may have probably looks a little bit different than mine. So if you look at mine, again, look at the up top camera. I've got a bunch of cymbals here. I've got crashes, splashes, chinas, swish, hats, different effect symbols and stuff. I've got a lot of stuff here. For my drums, I've got 3 rack toms, 2 floor toms, 2 snare drums. Now, you may not have all that, or you may have more. Again, I don't always have all this. Sometimes, most of the gigs I play, 90% of the gigs, kick, snare, 2 toms, crash, ride. Sometimes an additional crash and hi-hat. A lot of times for gigs, I don't have all this stuff. But, like I said, you need to adapt to the situation. So, let's pretend we don't have this middle tom. You may just want to play beats 1 and 2 here, and then 3 and 4 here, or 1, 2, 3 and 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, however you want to do it to make it work, where it resets every bar. But if you have more drums than I do, or less, or a different combination, you can still do this exercise. You can move it around your whole drum set to kind of get a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable with it. So let's take the same exercise, but instead of counting to 4, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, I'm going to count all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to count to 7, okay? And you'll see why, all right? I'm going to go from snare drum to my 8-inch tom, high tom, middle tom, floor tom, second floor tom, auxiliary snare drum. I'm going to play the same exercise, and this gives you an idea of what you can do on your drum set, whether it's larger or smaller or a different setup. Doesn't matter. So let's try it. I'm going to play the same rhythms. I'm only going to do them like 2 bars each. I'll play it. I'll count a little bit, but watch how I'm moving around. 1, 2, here we go. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 5 E and a, 6 E and a, 7 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3 E and 4 E and 5 E and 6 E and 7 E and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 1. That's a big stretch at the end. Watch it again. Okay? Look at that crossover that I have to do all the way from here to here. That's a big freaking crossover. Now, we're not going to get too much into it now, but that's where the rudiments come in. Watch how easy it is to do this if I play a paradiddle at the end. Here's a paradiddle. I have all that time now to go here, right, left, right, right, and that eliminates the need for crossover. So we'll learn those over the next few lessons, but I just wanted to let you know. Again, take the same rhythms. You don't need to just go in one order. You can improvise freely around the drums like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not just playing the same dynamic. I'm getting a little louder, a little quieter. Try that. Those are great warm-ups. Again, check out the Rhythm Ritual warm-up. That will help you. Now let's get into some grooves that we learned. Grooves. Let's just really quickly go through all the grooves, not all the grooves, but some of the ideas, some of the concepts with the different grooves that we learned. Again, the grooves we're playing are between our right hand, our ride hand, our lead hand. Now, if you're left-handed, you can play a left-hand lead. But our right hand will be playing either quarter notes, eighth notes, or 16th notes. Our bass drum is going to be playing some beats, and our snare drum is going to be playing the backbeat. Snare drum is going to be on 2 and 4 for all these grooves. Bass drum is usually going to be on 1 and 3. All right, so first groove we learned was just an eighth note groove, and it sounds like so. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? Let's do that. We're going to change up the bass drum pattern a little bit, and every 4 bars on the 4th bar, we're going to play a fill around the drums. I'm not going to play the same fill every time. I'm just going to play different fills so you can kind of get an idea of what we've learned over the past 10 lessons or so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the fill. Change the groove a little bit. Okay, did you get that? Eighth note grooves, we had bass drum usually on 1 and 3, and snare drum on 2 and 4. Now, let's do the same thing. But I want to try and play it on different sound sources, and we've gone over this too. Remember, you can take that groove and you can make it sound dramatically different depending on where you put your lead, your ride, your right hand. I had it on the hi-hat, but I can just as easily play it on the ride cymbal. I could play it on a crash. I could play it on a floor tom. So what I'm going to demonstrate now is the same type of groove, an eighth note groove, with a fill, but each time I play the fill, I'm going to switch where my right hand goes, okay? I want you to try this at home too. So I'm just going to play it. Some will sound better than others. You'll like more than you'll like some more than others. We may not like the same thing, but it'll just give you an idea of what this will sound like when you get comfortable with it and move it around the drums. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 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 I'm going to keep playing, but I'm going to shut up so you can hear what I'm doing. So what did I do there? I kept my right hand playing eighth notes. I fooled around with some different bass drum, snare drum combinations. And notice, each time I played a different instrument, I wasn't necessarily playing the same dynamic level. Remember, dynamics mean volume. I wasn't playing the same dynamic level always. The same volume level, if I'm hitting this hi-hat and this crash and everything the same volume level, since they're different size instruments, they're hunks of metal, they're different volumes naturally. If I hit these the same volume, one's going to sound louder naturally than the other anyways. So always make sure you're listening, and if something's really loud, bring it down a little bit to make the levels kind of match. Now, there's going to be times where you want the levels on a certain part of a song to be higher than the levels in another part of a song, but just be aware of that. You may need to fool around with playing quieter or louder depending on the effect you're trying to get. All right, now let's go over some of the other grooves we've learned. The next groove we learned was a 16th note groove. That was playing our right hand 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. One E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. What the hell was I doing with my left hand? If you go back, there's a nice, I don't remember the exact title of it, but there's a video about rim shots and rim clicks. I think it's supplement rim shots and rim clicks. All I'm doing is taking my stick, flipping it backwards, putting it on the snare drum, and doing a rim click. You can learn all about that in that video. Okay? 16th notes now. Let me just play a couple grooves based on 16th notes so you could hear how that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then the final groove we learned during lesson 10 was a quarter note groove. We're playing just quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the hi-hat. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. By taking those grooves, combining quarter note grooves with eighth note grooves and 16th note grooves, you actually already know quite a bit. You'll be able to play along just with what you know now from lessons 1 through 10 and the supplemental, hundreds, if not thousands of songs, okay? Between just quarter note grooves, eighth note grooves, 16th note grooves, okay? Again, take your time with all of this, okay? Put it together. Make sure you're playing the grooves, and you can go smoothly from a groove to a fill, from a fill to a groove. Make sure that you're not speeding up or slowing down. Make sure you can play the same groove on different sound sources, okay? Make sure when you switch to a different sound source, it doesn't throw off your bass drum, snare drum rhythm, or your timing or anything like that. Let me just take kind of what we've learned. Quarter note grooves, eighth note grooves, 16th note grooves. And I'm going to just play a little bit of a solo. I'll play a groove, play some fills and stuff, just so you can kind of hear some possibilities. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So everything I just played there was all based on 16th notes, quarter notes, or eighth notes. I changed the tempo a little bit, not speeding up or slowing down, but playing double time or half time, and we'll go over that in future lessons, so stick around for those. I played a lot of different sound sources. When I was playing those really slow grooves with a lot of space in between like this, I was subdividing. Also, we learned how to subdivide. Extremely important. Check out that video, the power of subdividing. The power, or I forget exactly what I put on it. But anyways, check those out, please. All right. So again, we've learned some grooves. We've learned some fills. We've learned a lot of stuff in the past 10 lessons. Hopefully that was helpful. Let's wrap it up. If you took the time to watch this video, to go through some of the previous videos, practice along, maybe take some notes, try some of the different exercises I've given you out, you should be really proud of yourself. It's not easy to learn a new instrument, but hopefully this Drumset Fundamentals course made it just a little bit easier to get started. Now, as I said, this is a nice review. It kind of puts a button on everything we've learned previous, but don't forget about it. If you ever need a refresher, if you ever wonder like, gee, let me just get into Rudiments again. Let me figure out what those are. Let me take a deeper dive. Go back and check out one of those videos. Once you feel comfortable with that, let's look to the future. I'm going to continue releasing these videos, these Drumset Fundamental videos. You're going to still have deep dives. You're going to still have quick hits. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, you're still going to get Name That Groove. You're still going to get Name That Time Signature, all of that stuff. But we're just going to build on all the information in the past. So if you need a review, check it out. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Leave a comment below. If you liked this video, if it was helpful, let me know. If it wasn't helpful and you want me to shut up, let me know too. You can leave a comment there. But hopefully it's the former, not the latter. Anyways, I'm Vince from TheProDrummer.com. You can find me on Instagram at TheProDrummer, or you can email me, Vince@TheProDrummer.com. I really, really hope this series is helpful for you. I hope you're finding some of it useful. I hope you're finding value in it. Please subscribe to this channel. That really helps me out. And if you are finding value, if you find this information useful, please drop a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next 10 lessons. All right, this has been a review of the Drumset Fundamentals course, lessons 1 through 10. Let's keep going. Keep on practicing. Keep making some freaking noise. Keep playing the drums. Have some fun, and I will see you in the next lesson.